My fourth audience member is Skyping me. Mom wave. Yeah. Hold, please. Okay. Courtney Fletcher doing speech number 3 on Monroe's persuasive speaking. Okay. 255. This is the number of cats and dogs that were taken into the Aggieland Humane Society from the public for the month of September alone. According to the ASPCA fact page, 2.7 million animals are adopted in the United States every year, but 2.7 million animals are also euthanized every year. There's literally hundreds of cats and dogs that are waiting on death row in animal shelters every day, yet people still insist on buying from breeders and puppy stores instead of adopting. I adopted my cat Bentley 3 years ago, and I got him from the Conroe Animal Shelter, and he's literally the best pet that I ever could have asked for, and he's my best friend. So, America has a serious homeless pet problem on its hands, and we can stop this by participating in adoption through the Aggieland Humane Society. We can begin to save countless lives and enrich our own lives in the process. To begin, let me elaborate on just how bad our animal homelessness is. The ASPCA claims that there are more than 7.6 million companion animals that enter the shelters every year. Of these animals, about 3.9 million of these are dogs, and 3.4 million of them are cats. The Aggieland Humane Society had 68 dogs in its shelter at the beginning of September 2014, and it had 51 cats at the beginning. The shelter then took in another 140 dogs and 115 cats throughout the month. 41 dogs and 62 cats had to be euthanized in the month of September alone from that shelter. With so many unnecessary deaths, there must be a way to start saving these precious lives. The Aggieland Humane Society provides services to pets and their owners in addition to adoption. The Aggieland Humane Society, formerly known as the Brazos Animal Shelter, is one of the few shelters in the Bryan College Station area that is intent on moving animals off the streets and into their homes. The Aggieland Humane Society is a nonprofit organization which was started in 1981, and it changed its name from the Brazos Animal Shelter to the Aggieland Humane Society in 2012 to reflect its focus on College Station animals that were found. The shelter provides multiple ways for helping animals in need. The shelter can help with the euthanization of sick or suffering animals that just shouldn't be living anymore. The shelter provides microchipping, as well as scanning microchips to reunite lost pets with their owners. Brazos County licensing can be obtained at the shelter to keep pets up to date on their records. The shelter also has a process for owners who need to give up their animals without just turning them loose on the streets. Now that we've explore the different functions of the shelter, we can see how to apply them to save our local dogs and cats. By adopting, donating, and volunteering through the Aggieland Humane Society, we can begin to find homes for these animals and change statistics for the better. According to KBTX News author Nicole Morton, the shelter started a foster program in June of 2013, last year, to reduce the overcrowding of shelters. The foster programs are kind of like a trial run for pets. They let people see if the pet will make a good fit in their home. And for those that can't afford a pet full-time, fostering allows them to care for the animal until they can find a forever home for them without the pet care expenses attached. The shelter will pay for food, kennels, and medical bills for the animals the whole time they're in foster care. The only requirement you have is that you have to take them to and from the adoption events and train and care for them while they're in your roof or whatever. Adopting a pet is a life-saving action that leaves adopters less lonely, and with a new best friend. The ASPCA reports more than 2.7 million animals are adopted every year, as I said. The Aggieland Humane Society reported that 85 adoptions occurred in the month of September, and they reunited 29 missing animals with their owners. Even if one doesn't have the resources to adopt, they can contribute in other ways. The Humane Society accepts donations of all kinds. If you go on the website at aggielandhumane.org/donate, you can make one-time donations or recurring donations. They also have a address so that you can mail in donations. You can also donate food, kennels, contribute to medical bills and that type of donation. You can even add the shelter on your Kroger card. So when you go shopping at Kroger every time, a portion of your spending will go towards donating to the Aggieland Humane Society. You can also volunteer your time at the shelter. People can fulfill their court-appointed service hours at the shelter, and anyone as young as 9 all the way through adulthood can volunteer at the shelter, provided that they contribute a minimum of 2 hours a month to the shelter. With so many different ways to contribute and volunteer, there's literally no reason why there's still so many animals remaining in the shelters or being euthanized. Through adoption, fostering, donating, and volunteering with the Aggieland Humane Society, we can save the lives of countless dogs and cats who will no doubt enrich our own lives in the process. Whether you want to donate to aid in the veterinary expenses of a sick animal, or foster a dog in the hopes of adopting it, or simply social network like crazy for it, we need to do something now so that no more animals are euthanized for reasons that are entirely preventable. As stated in this anonymous, heartbreaking quote, "Today's the day, I just know it. Someone who loves dogs will come to take me home. Will it be you or God?" And my mom is still on Skype. Say bye.